Hey everybody, Lax Coach Ruppy here. Boy, do we get another great one for you today. It celebrates our managers here at the Rivier University men's lacrosse team. You'll meet 3 of the 5 managers that we have on staff. Unfortunately, 2 of them were camera shy, but we'd like to give a shout out to both Jenna and Ireland, who've both been with us. This is now their 4th year. But you are going to get a chance to meet Maddie. She's a freshman here at Rivier University. You're going to get a chance to meet Nate. He's in his first year as a manager, but he's a junior here at Rivier. And then, of course, you're going to meet, once again, everybody's favorite, Sal. Here I am joined by my buddy, Maddie Campbell, freshman here at Rivier University. She's also a manager here on the men's lacrosse team with us. Maddie, thanks for joining us.
Of course. Happy to be here.
So, Maddie, we're just taking a few minutes to meet the managers. I've talked a million times in the past as how important managers are to the success of a team. So I thought it was only right that we take some time to recognize the managers and the efforts that you guys put in. Just a couple of background questions, and then we can talk about this year. First of all, have you ever been a manager of a sports team prior to your time here at Rivier?
I have been a manager. I started managing sports my junior year of high school with boys lacrosse, and then my senior year I also added boys ice hockey.
So you're a seasoned veteran.
I would
when it comes to managing. So I know it's your first year. We've been through fall ball. What can you tell me about your experience so far with the team, and maybe what some of your duties so far through fall ball?
Yeah, I've had a great experience with the team. I think all of them are very friendly, very welcoming. Right now, I'm doing a lot of the photography and videos for the team, but also learning about stuff in the box as well, just in case I'm needed up there.
Kind of a Swiss Army knife, if you will.
Sure.
And Maddie's also helped out, a lot of the administrative stuff we have, getting the items ready for the guys when the apparel order came in, and getting the heads ready for distribution. We've got shafts that are going to be going out to guys pretty soon. So Maddie's been very busy here, even though it's not a true lacrosse season yet. You've been very busy throughout the fall, and now we're leading right up to winter break.
Yeah.
Maddie, if you could, give us an idea what a game day is going to look like for you. We'll start with a home game, and then maybe what you might expect to be doing on the road.
Yeah, so for home games, we typically arrive usually an hour, 45 minutes before the game. For me, recently, I've been actually on the field with the guys, so just kind of getting everything setting up, making sure that everything's ready and camera-wise and video-wise, and then also just talking to the guys, seeing what's going on, but just making sure everything's set up and ready so that when game time comes, we're ready for action.
So a lot of the photos, a lot of the video footage that people see on the Rivier Men's Lacrosse social media is going to be courtesy of your work.
Yeah.
How about what do you think your duties might be on the road?
I think my duties will probably be a little bit similar. Probably be doing some editing on the bus, but also just being flexible and being able to work where I'm needed.
So Maddie, we just talked about the road trips. You got a bus buddy picked out yet?
I don't have a bus buddy picked out yet because I can't steal Ireland's bus buddy.
So you're going to take applications?
Yeah, I guess I'll take applications for bus buddy.
You have it. If you're on the road with us and you need a bus buddy, you got one right here, one of the best in the business.
Aww.
So Maddie, you're on campus, you're a commuter. Well, you must have made your way over to Dion once or twice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite meal at the Dion Dining Center?
Honestly, I'm a big pizza person from Dion. I feel like you can't go wrong.
Pizza, huh?
You just can't go wrong.
Pizza's just doesn't matter where it comes from.
Yeah,
okay,
I feel it's a good everyday.
Just a cheese, or are we Hawaiian? Where do we fall in our
Hawaiian? I'm a classic cheese girl. I think it's simple, but I think it gets the job done.
So Maddie, when you were considering coming here to Rivier, and we from the lacrosse program had talked to you about the potential for you to be a manager with us, you were actually able to come to a game or two last spring.
Yeah.
Were you able to join us for a post-game meal at any of those games?
I was actually. During, you guys went to NEC, and I ended up traveling by myself there, and was on the field, and then ended up having I think it was lunch with you guys after.
We
so.
did, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was chicken parm.
Yes,
It
it was the chicken
an Italian
parm.
spread that day up at NEC.
Yeah.
Team is known for some of its great post-game meals, for sure.
No, for sure.
All right, Maddie, I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank you for all of your hard work so far with the men's lacrosse program. Again, your work is certainly valued, and everybody enjoys having you around. You've become one of the team the second you stepped on campus. And again, thanks for joining us today.
Of course.
Okay, we're joined now by junior manager here with the Rivier men's lacrosse team, Nate Sullivan. Nate, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, Nate, we've got a special video recognizing the fantastic work that our managers do here on the Rivier men's lacrosse team. We'll start out just by getting to know you a little bit. You're a junior here. What are you majoring in?
Majoring in business management and a minor in sports management.
And where did you go to high school?
Went to Salem High School.
Salem High School, home of the Blue Devils.
Yep.
Nate, have you ever managed a sports team prior to your time here at Rivier?
I have not, no.
So you're a first timer.
Yep.
Now you've already been through the fall with the men's lacrosse team. How would you say your time has been so far with the team? Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, it's been a great time so far. Getting to know all the players and the coaches, other managers too.
All right, Nate, let's talk about what your duties are during a typical practice here at Rivier University.
Well, show up like 30, 45 minutes early, make sure everyone has water, the balls are on the field, make sure the nets are out there, make sure none of the guys need anything from me.
And what does it change from practice to practice depending on the practice plan or anything like that? Do you set up any drills or anything like that?
Yeah, I usually get the practice plan ahead, and then I'll go ahead with the other manager, Sal, and we'll go up and set up the drill so that way when they're done the previous drill, they don't have to do anything. They can just get right into the next one.
So it's just the two of you and Sal, that are typically at a practice.
Yeah, usually.
Now, I know this is your first year with the team, but what are your thoughts? Do you have an idea yet what your game day duties are going to be here at home games?
Yeah, I have a little bit of idea. I'll be controlling the music, making sure that when everyone gets up here, music's on, and helping out if anyone else needs anything.
You're going to be here early for game days as well, making sure that everything's set up on the field?
Yeah, I'll be here like 2 hours before games.
And how about on away games? Has there been any discussion what your duties will be then?
I'll probably just be following around Sal and making sure he doesn't need anything else.
So a bit of a supportive role on the road.
Yeah, for the first year. Next year, though, I'll be taking charge.
Nate, do you have a bus buddy picked out yet? Everybody's got to have a bus buddy.
I do not have a bus buddy yet, no.
How about, now you live in a lacrosse suite here on campus, so
I
you
do,
must have
yeah.
some close friends on the team.
Yeah, I do. My roommate is Patrick Furtado.
Patrick,
Yeah, Pat.
think you might end up a bus buddy with Patrick?
It's looking like it, yeah, probably.
All right, Nate, I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank you for your impeccable work here with the men's lacrosse program, and looking forward to second semester and, of course, the beginning of the season.
Yeah, same. Thank you for having me, Coach.
All right, we're joined here by certainly no stranger to the channel if you've been watching our content so far. Senior manager, Austin Salvetti. Sal, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me today, Rob.
So, Sal, we've already gone in depth with you when you went through the war bag and everything that's associated with that. Viewers have gotten to know you a little bit. We're going to have you back now. We'd like to actually meet the managers and talk about some of your duties as a manager, whether it be practice, game day, any preparation throughout the season. So we're going to hit you with a few questions here, Sal. See if we can enlighten everybody as to what you do.
Sounds good.
So, Sal, we'll start with practice. What's a typical practice look like for you? And this year you're joined by Nate Sullivan as well on the field.
So basically normal practice. Usually get there an hour before, talk to the boys, sit around the locker room, just talk about our days a little bit. And then when it comes closer to practice time, me and Nate will go out there, start filling water bottles, get balls. And then when it actually comes time to practice, me along with Nate will be setting up drills. We get a practice plan before so we know where the ball is going, where they need to be. And also at the same time filling up water bottles if they ever get empty. And me and Nate are the two guys needed at practice. So we always got to be there for the players and always got to be around if the coaches need us to set up any drills.
So, Sal, being a manager here for the Rivier men's lacrosse team, it's almost a 12-month-a-year venture.
Yep.
Why don't you talk to the viewers about maybe some of the stuff you do in the off-season in regards to equipment storage and inventory or apparel distribution and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's pretty chaotic off season. So right when the season ends, I'm usually the one to go up to the locker room, start emptying out lockers, bringing stuff that is in the locker room that needs to go to the storage unit. Basically get the locker room ready for the next team to move in. And then once that's all over, we'll start the inventory, jerseys, shorts, travel gear, shoes, you name it. I usually come up here in the summertime, not too far away from here. We'll start to inventory the gear and get it ready for the next season.
So there's always something to do.
Yeah, 100%, all year round.
Now, Sal, how about on a game day here on Joanne Merrill Field? Why don't you walk us through what your duties are from the time you get up here prior to the game until the time that everyone breaks it down and gets out of it?
I like to be up here very early. I'm usually here 2 hours, 15 minutes before the game. Me and Nate will be the ones who set up the field, so that's getting the pylons out, the game nets, along with the nets to put in front of the nets before the game when the players are shooting on. We'll also bring out balls, we'll fill waters, stuff like that. If players need anything with equipment, I'll be doing that too. So that's before the game, and then I'll also have to take the nets off that are in front of the game nets, line the field with game balls, and then myself, I'm on the walkie-talkie, so I sit in between the two boxes. And if there's a penalty or anything wrong with the clock, the ref comes to me and reports it, and I'll be the one to walkie it up to the scores box. And then after the game, same process to begin the game, but it's kind of reversed. So now you're taking all the stuff off just in the order we put it on, and then that's it.
Now, how about a road game? What's a typical road game look like for you? Let's say you get up here to the locker room prior to the bus arriving, and then take us through the whole day and what it looks like until you get back and leave the locker room.
Same thing. I'll get up here pretty early. We have to take 2 flags, the war bag, the waters, the balls. We have to put all the balls in a ball bag, and we have to load it onto the bus. If there's anything other than that needs to get on the bus, the coaches will let me or Nate know. Then when we get to the game, obviously unload it, bring it into the locker room, make sure all the players are ready to go for the game. They go out in the field. Me and Nate will bring balls out for goalies who go out early and players who go out early to shoot, and then basically just get back to Riv and then take it all off.
So you've been with us for 4 years. What is your favorite post-game meal?
I really like the Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
The Chick-fil-A after the games is
Are
really
you a
good.
nugget guy or are you a sandwich guy?
I'm a sandwich guy. Sandwiches are fantastic after games.
How about some mac and cheese? Digging on that as well?
A little bit, but I'm more into the sandwiches. The sandwiches there are very good, so that's probably my favorite one over the past 4 years, I'd say.
Sal, did you get yourself a bus buddy?
The first 2 years, I didn't really have a bus buddy. I was kind of like all over the place. But my junior year, I finally found one, and it's Kobe Mercier, my roommate, my good buddy. He's my bus buddy, I'd like to say.
What do you guys do? Do you watch movies together?
I usually let him pregame. I let him do his own thing because he's got to be dialed in for the game. Obviously, I got to be dialed in to take the stuff off the bus, but he's got to be dialed in to actually play the game. So I don't really talk to him before the game. I let him do his own thing.
So it's the ride home where the fun happens.
The ride home is when me and him, talk about the game. How did it go? What are we going to do later? Stuff like that.
All right, Sal, I want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for all of your work that you've done here with the team.
Thank you, Ruppy.
We have one more season together, brother.
This is it, the last dance for the boys. So
There you have it. Austin Salvetti, manager here on the Rivier Lacrosse team. Thanks, Sal. All right, there you have it. You've met our managers. Now you can get a real good idea why things run so smoothly around the entire team, whether it be off-season, preseason, in the fall, and especially on game days when our managers are shining the brightest. Once again, we'd like to thank all you managers out there in the audience. I hope everyone else's managers are half as good as ours. We know that you'll have a very successful team.